Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So in today's video, I'm going to tackle the Mysterious Vortex, and this is going to be the one affiliated with Chapter 6 of the Apocrypha. This will actually be my first time, and so when you do go in here, the one on the left, the Pillar of Light, is for the chapters 1 to 3, and this should be chapters 4 to 6. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So note that if you do want maximum rewards, and that doesn't include obviously building your defenses to level 3, just the regular chrono stones and chance and all that, 35,000 stones or points. I do believe you need a lot more than that in order to kind of get your facilities to level 3. That being said, let's go right into it. There are two versions, level 50 and level 70. I only do level 70 just because you get more materials and points that way. If you really can't handle it, I would recommend coming back to that much later on. Anyways, that being said, we're just going to finish off each and every time. There really shouldn't be any problem with this. If you're wondering, I actually didn't even optimize my setup. I really should have removed the preemptive from Xion, because he actually ends up being faster than my preemptive Neptune. So that's one downside to that. That being said, even at these low levels, one shot from Ultra Xion is more than enough. Now, one downside to this team is that we don't have any way to recover MP, and so things are going to go down real fast. If I'm not very careful, we're going to run out of MP, and of course that just means that I will have to use food along the way. Also, remember that you do grind out Nona's Shadow, and I believe they fixed the issue where you weren't getting nearly as much Shadow in terms of odds compared to normal. So you do have 5 fights per round, 3 areas total, and I'm just going to just kind of clear them out very quickly. So I do have encounters up. Also note that the chests are not marked, although the sparkles are marked, so you do want to grab both. And the reason for that is each of these materials are used for the facilities, from what I understand. The mob materials, as usual, are used for upgrading the weapons associated with this newer Apocrypha. So to save time, you definitely do want to have increased encounters to maximize your kills within a very short time, so you don't have to backtrack. Obviously, it is RNG fighting either 2 or 3. We are having absolutely no problems here. Again, mostly concerned with the MP consumption near the end, especially since some of my units do have Rose with Thorn, aka plus 15% damage, but 50% extra MP consumption. That's going to be a major issue. Now, normally I would recommend equipping units such as Ultra Tuva, which costs 0 MP for the first attack, or you can actually use other units that have 0 MP farming. Like, for example, instead of using Neptune, I can use her whole Trechu kind of move. That being said, I like the animation of Neptune, so it's just like more like a one-click team than anything else. Again, these are level 70s with significant Grasta and powerful units such as the 4 I'm bringing right here. I don't see any reason why you can't win very, very easily. Now, if we're going with the standard chest kind of thing, we usually see 2-1-3. However, if you notice, I actually ran into more than one chest in the second area already, so I'm a little bit surprised with that. I'm just going to fully explore just to show you kind of what they're up against, and make sure you do kill the horrors. Same thing, you do want everything available to you. Yeah, whatever. Let's just see where we're at. So you can clearly see I'm out of MP, but a well-placed Neptune will be more than enough. And since Ultra Xion has no more MP, then Neptune should come out much more easily. That being said, I can use him to set zone. There are also rare areas, and if there are rare areas, the names of them will be a little bit different. This is my first run, so I'm not really sure which ones are rare. And I guess we'll just use attack order. Not much MP for anything. And that's the end of that. Keep in mind that Paper Tiger is actually 0 MP to use, and that's the move from Ultra Xion that allows you to reverse weakness and vulnerability. And so since these resist water, now I'm just getting to Neptune to everyone for free. So for simplicity's sake, if you're wondering what it looks like with Whole Trechu, we can conserve some MP here, and we'll just use that. It's 0 MP anyway. Now that being said, without Pain and Poison setting, we're going to do significantly less damage. And so now that our unit Efi is pretty much out of MP at this point, we're going to have a little bit of trouble. That being said, we have enough for one more round, I guess. Note to self, definitely have Ultra Tuva on this farming team. If you're wondering also why I brought this team instead of my normal farming team, I know that the enemy, if it follows the story, should be weak to Shade or vulnerable to Shade, in which case I don't see any reason why we can't win with 2 Shade units, as well, one of which can set zone, and as a backup, a zone setter, a magic zone, which all these units are magic anyway. So again, sparkles are for the points, which is Dawn Fragments. Those are the ones for the 35k that you want to really get. Okay, we really want to finish this one off. And again, if there's really any issues, there's really not much of anything here. Like, I don't mind running dungeons in general. I know some of you have always expressed, oh, this is so painful, Will. What a waste of time, and blah, blah, blah. And you can argue that definitely is some waste of time. Okay, I did believe I killed everything. It is a little bit of waste of time. But I mean, I feel that at least for free players, the materials you get will offset some of the losses you feel from grinding out. Okay, so not much of anything. Okay, we don't want to cast... Oh, I'll just go switch here because we don't want to cast Paper Tiger here. That would be kind of stupid. So anyways, a Neptune is enough. Yeah, there you go. So, unlike other bosses, this one seems to be very vulnerable to well-placed Neptune, and so I will just bring in my mixed team as usual instead of having to bring a full-on magic unit. Now let's see if we're lucky with either our drops or the 1 in 5 chance of getting a Nona Shadow. I have been pretty unlucky with Nona in general. Got a treatise, can't even complain. We do need 120 Shadow or 120 Light in order to get 3 reward lines. And other than that, for your troubles, you do get the Dawn Fragments, which you can collect in the records. Usually for me, what I do is I collect items in the here. Anything that's not related to stones, because I like to keep all my stone awards, like these kind of things, until I really need it, either at a summoning session or whatnot. Other than that, you can take a look at the party. Pretty standard stuff that you've seen. And remember that all your MP and HP are regenerated after each run. So I didn't have to use anything, although I would say be mindful of your MP use if you are using MP costed units. Otherwise, try to use 0 MP farming or have an Ultra Tuva on your team, or just don't equip any Grasta that increases your consumption by 50%, for example. Okay, and of course, Ultra Xion. Like I said, you can see it right there, the MP consumption. Nagi is just there carrying Grasta, and if you're wondering why I didn't actually foresaw her, I'm using a lot of her, the other Grasta on AS Shio, and that's only so that I can not switch things around. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.